closer, come closer. Come closer. I like to see when the older sisters in society is willing to engage in conversation, because our younger sisters don't have an example, you understand? So now, what did you say?
I say, sex without marriage is adultery.
I did not say that. I said sex out of marriage is fornication. That's what I said.
Fornication, you have to do in fornication.
Yes.
Fornicating,
Right.
but it's still adultery because you don't marry with the person you have sex every night or every whatever thing.
Right. So the law of adultery was when one marries and they step out of that marriage, that's adultery. Fornication is sex out of that marriage. You understand? Before marriage. Before you marry, because that's why we used to you teach your children, right? Marry before you get into the bed. Correct?
Let me tell you, if in case you married with your wife or your husband and all you live and you go in you doing fornication, it's not adultery too?
Start at 20.
Repeat that. If you leave your wife,
If it's like I am a woman, I leave my husband,
Right.
and I out and I have another man doing fornication, it's not adultery.
it's adultery and fornication. It's both of them. All right, stay with me. Don't go nowhere. Hold on. So now, what we were talking about before you came, right, was application of the Word of God. So a lot of people know it and don't apply it. So you're telling your husband you have a husband. Not no more.
I had a husband.
All right, when
And we depart from one another.
Okay.
But I live on my own. And I don't want no man to come and tell me they want to have sex. I am my husband.
all right, because the laws of God said you cannot anyway.
That's right.
Okay, so hold on, wait. Now, you agree with the Bible when it says that if you separate, you cannot be involved with another man. You agree with that?
I agree with you.
Okay, there's something else here, and we're going to see if you agree, because we have to agree with God, and He talks to us through this Bible. I want the part about, I said Matthew 5 to 20. See, it's about commit adultery. Yep.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 27. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you, that whosoever look on a woman to lust after her has committed adultery with her already in his heart.
So you
That is
understand
true.
that? You agree with that?
I agree with you.
Oh Lord, we good. Don't go nowhere, sis. I need you. Because the other people here depend on you. You agree with that? Now, we're going to get straight to the point because the sister want to leave. And I want to make sure you understand another thing. Give it Zephaniah 1 and 8. Zephaniah 1 and 8. I want to know if you ever heard this in church. If you ever heard it in church, and if you did, whether you did or you didn't, I want you to see if you could help me or help everyone understand what is it saying. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 8.
The book of Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 8. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice.
Do you know what is the day of the Lord's sacrifice? The day of the Lord's sacrifice is when Christ returned.
Right.
When Christ returned, He's going to sacrifice a lot of people that would not hear this word. Okay, that's the day of the Lord's sacrifice. Take that from the top.
And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice that I will punish the princes and the king's children and all such as are clothed with strange apparel.
That are clothed with what?
Strange apparel.
So God, Christ, is going to destroy a lot of the sons of the 12 tribes of Israel, your sons and your daughters, their grandchildren. They're going to be destroyed. Why? Because they are in strange apparel. What is that saying? What is the strange apparel to the Bible?
what you wear in the school.
Exactly, what you're wearing. So now, what is the strange apparel that our sisters are wearing today? Let me ask you a question. Your outfit today, would Christ consider that as strange apparel?
I really don't know, but yet, if you don't keep up what I wear, I have to take it out.
Excellent. The sister says, if God if Christ is not pleased with what she's wearing, you would have to take it off.
I will not wear it.
Okay, so this is what Christ and God requires of you. I don't know if you heard it. Listen to it. Listen to it. Because guess what? When you hear it, you're going to change, right? All right, let's go. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. What are you wearing right now that pertains to a man? Exactly. So you know it?
I know, because when I was in my country, I did not wearing that. But because of coming here and you know this season, that caused me to be wearing men's apparel. But I should not be wearing it. I know.
You should. Okay. Hey, don't go nowhere. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. I'm glad that you acknowledge it. But guess what? That is just an excuse. You know why? Because it will be more comfortable for you to be in a dress.
That's true.
You'll be more ventilated as opposed to being in a short pants. You understand? So meaning that's the excuse our people gonna give, but you have to change. Because guess what? If Christ returns tonight, he's not gonna be pleased with you. Give me Matthew 7:21. Because a lot of our people in the churches, they're gonna plead to Christ. I know you. I've done miracles in your name. But you know what Christ is going to say? What is he going to say? Exactly. Read that for the sister. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Matthew chapter 7, verse 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
That is true.
But he that doeth the will of my Father, which is in heaven.
So, what is the will of God, sister? What is the will of God? So what we just read, it says that you should not be in short pants. So hopefully it is from your mouth to God's ears that you will stop wearing pants. Because that's the example we always use to people. I tell them my grandmother never wore pants. We try to force her and get her to dress up to go out to wear pants. She never wore pants. So meaning it is not a godly custom. And when Christ returns, he's going to be mad at you. But you're going to say, I prophesied in your name. I did miracles in your name. But he's going to say, I still don't know you, because that is strange apparel. Let's see the will of God. Before you go, let's see the will of God.
Psalms chapter 40, verse 8. I delight to do thy will, oh my God.
So David, King David, it says it's a delight to do God's will. You know why? Because he loved God.
Yes.
Do you love God, sis?
Yes.
Let's find out what the will is.
Yea, thy law is within my heart.
Give me love. Give me love. So the laws of God told David that this is what to eat, this is what to do, this is what to worship. He loved God, he listened to it. It's telling the children of Israel that you cannot be in strange apparel. Because this society, they know the truth of this Bible. And they want to tell us everything we're not supposed to do, so that way Christ can remain angry with us. And if he remains angry with us, we will always have this poverty and this filth in these corners, these drug dealing, people killing each other. All right, read what you got real quick.
For this is the love of God.
Sister, you say you love God, right? You said you love God. This is what it really means to love God. Read.
1 John chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments.
We do what?
Keep his commandments.
And what?
And his commandments are not grievous.
1 John 2 and 4. Meaning to get in a dress is not a hard thing.
No,
There's many stores selling dresses.
but I have dress. That's not
Exactly. So what you do is you throw those in the garbage.
That's
Don't have them to tempt you to wear it because Christ is going to be angry with you.
right.
Because you don't want to be found a liar in front of Christ, do you? Listen to what he says about certain people. Read.
1 John chapter 2, verse 4. He that saith, I know him, and keep not his commandments, is a liar.
So this is why Christ is going to say he don't know his people. You said, I know you, Christ. I love you. I worship you. Have a good one. I know you, I worship you, but you don't keep the commandments. That means you're a liar. You're lying to yourself because the elect knows the truth. God knows the truth. The angels know the truth. You're the only one saying that I love Christ and not keeping his commandments. You understand that, brother? Let's go to Jude 7. Let's go to Jude 7. Because I want to help my brother out. What we're saying is not of our own thinking. You hear me, big brother? What we're saying is coming from the Spirit of the Most High God. And this is how we taught to teach and uplift our people. There's a lot of stuff in here our people don't even know that it exists. Give me Jude, the 7th verse.
Jude chapter 1, verse 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication.
Giving themselves over to what?
Over to fornication.
Bro, you know what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? What happened? With what? With fire, brimstone and fire. So God destroyed that thing. So he's just saying, just like at Sodom and Gomorrah, our people here are stuck with that fornication spirit. How do we come out of it? How do we come out of that spirit that's destroying, that's poison to our society? Read on.
Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh.
And going after strange flesh. Because guess what, brother? Where's your father from? So you would be considered as Judah. You are not an African American. You've been told today. That is a byword. You're not an African. You're not an American either. You are an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
That's
now,
right.
if you go decide to take a Chinese woman to wife, that is known as strange flesh. People that's in beastology, sleeping with animals, that is strange flesh. But this is becoming a common thing in this city. In the cities of America, it's becoming a common thing. Just like Sodom and Gomorrah, there's a judgment for that. Read on.
Are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire.
Read on.
Likewise, also these filthy dreamers defile the flesh, despising dominion and speaking evil of indignities.
So when we speak about these things, they say that we're wrong. They say that we don't know what we're talking about, and we're talking God's words. You understand? So the fornication is happening right in front of our eyes. And the older generation of our society, we're turning our heads away and looking the other way. Why? Why are we doing that? Because because you're the generation. No, exactly, I understand, but guess what? The younger sisters, they need to look at you and see how you live. At least they have a good example. You're living good? Are you in sin? Are you in sin? You sure? You sure, sisters? All right, I'm going to let the next teacher come up and deal with that. Repeat? For years you're not in sin? All right, before I step down, give me sin in the Bible. Give me sin. Because the churches has confused our people. We don't even know what sin is. Ask a young man what a sin is and something that's bad. So if I'm picking my nose right now, that's bad. That's not, that ain't right. That's nasty. So is that a sin for me picking my nose and plucking the booger out? Is that a sin? Not that you know of. So let's identify sin through the word of God. Read.
1 John chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgress also the law.
Also the commandment.
Also the law.
Also the commandment.
Also the law.
Read.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
Transgression of the commandment.
Of the law.
Transgression of the commandments. Are you reading that right, brother?
Of the law.
So, meaning the churches tell you there's 10 commandments, but God telling you sin is transgression of the law. The law. Keep that in mind, all right?
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel, Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates on all our YouTube channels. Shalom.